Fuck me, it's dark though, isn't it? Oh, no fucking way. Shit, I've got to put my glasses on. Can't even read that comment. This is what we do in the UK now, people. Everyone's had enough. Oh man. Hopefully any... Flags going up. This is what we do in the UK now, people. Oh, I'm going to have to put my glass on, don't we? Oh, quite then. It goes quick. Cheers, Dave. I've started a little early because we need to start early. This is what it's come to in the UK now. Do you mind that flag, that truck? So thanks to some people tuning in early, thank you very much. We really had one lefty threatened to turn up. We said he was taking all the flags down. He said he was over there in that hotel. Walked over there on my own. Typical lefty, bottles it. So we are here in Harlow. I think it's about 6:30. And as you can see, the flags over time have slipped down. So the old lefties have a bit of a moan up that we don't keep attention to pay attention to the flags. So they're going up a little bit higher. So what the lefties were doing, because they're too scared to actually go up ladders themselves, they were just getting like a 12-inch like a 12-inch, a 12-foot pole, and they were just getting a hook at the end of it and just dragging the flags down. So we worked out the math that if we go to about 18 foot, they're going to have to try a little bit harder to get these flags down. But the lefties know we're here tonight. We're waiting for another set of ladders to turn up, so hopefully we can get twice the amount of work done. We've got cheap kebabs waiting for us at the end of the night, still want to get the job done. Yeah, I ain't got my glasses on, so I'm kind of squinting to see. I know it's not a Sid related video tonight. I don't know if anyone's out, not in the UK, but we have got some really big problems going on in our country at the minute. And normal working class people have had enough of being put down constantly by this treacherous government. Nice one, boys! And so people all across the country are starting to make a statement in a peaceful way. Don't want to cause any violence, don't want to cause any aggravations. We'll let the left do that, they're really good at it. So just to show that we still love our country, we've still got a pride in our country, that this is our way of showing and kind of protesting as well against the government, the way that people have been treated in this country. That was an explanation, can't see the name there, so I ain't got my glasses on, so I'm trying my best. The weather's not too good. I think they need to put the pace up. It is organised, I promise you. I'm going to have to put my glasses on in a minute. Right, chat, bear me a minute, I'm going to have to put my glasses on because I'm old. Bear with me, guys, sorry. Oh, sorry. Planes, strips and chains. This is matter of people coming to a country up our economy. Planes, ships, trains, that's simply not the case though, mate. They're not all coming over here and working. You want to come be near a hotel and see how scared women and children are, mate. Got someone who's going to have English food. I don't know what your comment about English food, mate, is either. It's absolutely irrelevant. It's not even an argument, so you crack on, mate. You say we don't maintain them? That's what we're doing right now. There's another flag going up. Out. Shared out. Copy link. Guys, that's what do you think is going to come from the flags putting up? I think it's more like with anyone, what do you think happens when people protest? Does anything really happen, but people feel the need that they have to? The country's in an absolute state. The people are being treated terribly. We're letting everybody in who's getting everything while our own people are getting neglected. Veterans homeless, getting no help at all. You think that's fine? I think you're mistaken there. It's not just a small percentage. If you look at the percentage of Afghan sexual times, it's 24 times higher sexual times being committed than an indigenous Brit. If you ask the parents speaking up, if you ask the people who live near a hotel who've got women and children, I've been to Epping, I've been to Cheshunt, I've spoken to the women, I've spoken to them, right, the kids who are scared, who aren't going to school anymore because they're hanging around the school gates, nothing's being done about it. Hi Laurie, yeah, not a Sid video tonight I'm afraid. It's just a video to highlight what it's about the police, what about it's nothing to do with the police, mate. The police are all on their side. I've been to the protests, I've seen how the police behave to British people who are protesting outside these hotels because they're scared for their women and the children who are getting raped, abused, touched up on a daily basis. I've been to some protests at Epping, mate, where the police escorted them. If anyone would like to see, give a quick thumbs up, make a comment. I know some of you are planes, ships and trains, obviously not too favourable, but that's fine. We can all agree to disagree, nothing wrong with that. Up it goes. So if anyone's watching, I know some of you have donated really kindly for the flag, so if anyone's watching it that has donated money or flags themselves, it's massively appreciated, thank you. Yeah, yes, Laurie, Sid is at home safe with Mum. So we're all fine there. He wouldn't come out at me in the rain anyway, got no chance. Yeah, but that's not what we're on about, mate. It's not if everybody left, which wouldn't happen anyway. We're on about the amount of illegal immigrants that are across the channel, fighting age men from cultures that don't necessarily equate to our own, that they're okay with raping and abusing young girls. It all goes unnoticed in this country. We don't like that. But they come over here thinking they can just do what they want, and they get what they want. And people have had enough. And this is just a peaceful way of trying to protest that, when a large amount of the country now believes that our country is disappearing in front of our very eyes, and it's being done willingly by our government and previous government. Yeah, they're coming from France, mate. It's a safe country. They're coming. I've been to Calais, mate. I've been to the sites. I've seen how it's all set up, mate. Why do you think they are illegal? Right, they're here illegally because it is illegal to cross the channel and enter this country illegally. They can claim asylum while they're here, but the crossing itself is illegal, hence illegal immigrants. It's not hard, mate. I don't know where they're going now. That's very nice of them. Thank you. I don't know what you're on about, mate. I was on about the percentage of sexual crimes per capita that Afghans are 24 times more likely to commit a sexual crime than a Brit. It's the only point that I was making. We're getting people from everywhere. Sub-Saharan Africa, Afghanistan. The fact that you're trying to say that they're coming from a war-torn country, they're not, mate. They're coming from France. Last count I know, France was a pretty safe country. Like, pretty sure that a lot of Brits go on holiday there every year, mate. Thank you, Billy Bob. How do I know? Because I've been to Calais myself, mate. I've been to the camps, and it ain't nice. If you don't believe me, you're more than welcome to go to my Facebook page, John Dan. You'll find me. And if you scroll through my post, I post up all the videos. Yes, the refugee camps. So there's a place called Gravelin, which is a holding camp. It's known as the jungle. About 500 or 600 illegals stay there. When the tide is right and the wind speed's right, so the wind speed needs to be less than 8 knots. And if it's a headwind, they can't release the boats. It's got to be on an outgoing tide. And then the boats are held in a canal at Gravelin. They get, when the tide is right, they get called forward. It's about a 5 or 6 kilometre walk, and they go from there. Why do I think the refugees? Because everybody knows we're a soft touch. Get to the UK, you get everything. You get a hotel, you get fed, you get money each week, you get doctors, you get dentists. They don't do that in France. If you long it out long enough, you end up getting your own home. While Brits suffer, mate. While Brits suffer. We're all skint. People can't afford to heat their homes. People can't afford to put food on their table. They're getting 3 hot square meals a day. I think we should start looking after our own country first, mate. Well, the refugee camps, because they're waiting to come over here. So the actual main holding area is in thank you, Jamie. The main holding area actually is in Calais, because in France they get free transport. So then they get called forward to the main camp in Calais, and then they wait there where the French NGOs, in line with the police, in line with the local authorities, they're all stayed in the camp, getting fed, getting whatever they want, and they wait there until their group... Yeah, of course, mate. Oh, turn back round, turn back round, turn back round. Right, if they're themed for something much worse, mate, then what's wrong with all the other countries they have to travel to get to the UK? If they're coming across from Libya through Italy, they're moving across up through France, plenty of other safe countries that they have to go through before they come here. And so I've seen what they're doing to each other in South Sudan and how they treat each other, yet alone their women and children. I ain't too keen on them bringing that sort of culture and attitude towards life into this country. We're not the saviour of everybody else. We're in trouble ourselves. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We're skint. People are losing their jobs. So, I don't know about you, mate, but it's about looking after my family before you look after everyone else. Why should we be beholden for the world's problems? Mate, if you think the UK is financially stable, you haven't got a clue what you're going about, mate. No disrespect. We're massively in debt. Our debt repayment alone is about 120 billion. Right, shortly the bond market's going to go to pot, and we're going to have to go cap in hand to sorry, mate. To the monetary fund, where we're going to have to get bailed out, like we did in the 70s when the last time Labour in government, mate. Have a little Google about the state of the UK economy. We can't afford a military. If we had to go to war, we've got 7 days worth of ammunition. Have a look at government borrowing rates. Have a look at the bond market, mate. 100% want to get Labour out. The whole country hates them. We got sold a lie. We got sold an epic lie. The Tories had to go. Fair enough. Completely get that. So Labour were going to get in by doing nothing. They could have stayed their donkey up for Prime Minister. They'd have still got in power. But what they're doing now is abusing it. They're shutting down our rights. They're shutting down our free speech. You're getting arrested for hurty words on Twitter. You want to put the Green Party in? You want to legalise drugs, yeah? Open borders. They think that women can have a penis. Yeah, I'm all on board for that. I can't wait when the reality hits the ideology and you've got all the Islamists in the Green Party and all the trans lot in the Green Party. That ain't going to get on too well, is it? Thank you, Laurie. I know I've been ranting on a little bit. Yeah, you can park next down on the left. Yeah, we will park down on the left.
Sweet, brother.
Cheers. Cheers, John. Thanks, mate. Right, generally when this happens, it's 95% is positive bibbing, thumbs up, well done for doing it. You'll get the odd lefty that somehow we're racist for flying a flag. You know, every other country in Europe flies their flag proudly, and I know that the Turks are quite supportive of this. They cannot get their heads around why certain British people have got such a fear of this flag going up. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. Yeah, we've got to do it peacefully. It's only the lefties that ever get mad anyway. Or your dog. So we'll keep doing this. Obviously, it's a bit tough in the winter months. Obviously, we're quite involved in the Cheshunt and Epping process as well. It's kind of flaming a little bit. What do you mean by lefties? Like, just to establish this planes, ships and trains, I'm guessing that you're not UK based. So lefties is the left wing, which comprises of some Conservatives now, to be honest with you. Lib Dems, Labour, and the far left, which is the Green Party. It's been taken over by the Islamists now, basically, so might as well call it the Islamist Party. Cheers, legends. Yeah, normally it's a Sweden and it's a little bulldog channel, but I just thought I'd cut this up and see if anyone wants to watch it. We are hoping to get another set of ladders coming up at some point. That's right, John. I hope you can understand my Cockney accent then if you're a Scouser. Thanks, mate. Oh, thanks, mate. What's the right? The right isn't the left. I don't know what else you really want me to say to that, mate, really. There are some Conservatives who are on the right, but I think most of them are kind of Lib Dem now, sort of wet, all pro-EU and all that nonsense. They all want an EU flag up. I'll tell you what, all these lefties, we had EU flags up, all the old LGBTQ plus bloody whatever it is. They'd loving that. So, so it's some Conservatives and then Reform UK, which is like the dominant force now in British politics. And we're all pretty much anti-establishment because we've had enough of a lot of them all paying each other off, giving each other jobs. It's just insane. I think you watch what's going on in the news at the minute with Peter Mandelson, fucking Andrew, formerly known as Prince. They're all corrupt, a lot of them. And that's not a left or right thing, that's just the establishment. And I think this is the other thing with people like us, working class people, just had enough. Hi, Carlo Italiano. We are in Harlow. We are just down from the Harlow Hotel. But most of Harlow's been done. We did a lot of it in the summer. Yeah, John, no, you're right. It's been coming a while, you know, but you couldn't really ever say anything. And now we're in a different world now, thank God for that. So, yeah, sorry, Carly, yeah, so by the Harlow Hotel in Harlow, obviously. Obviously, it's a bit grim doing this in the winter months. But in the summer, hopefully, we'll be ramping things back up again, and we'll get some decent numbers up. I get that with the winter months, it's not right for everyone, and there's no problem with that. But yeah, most people, when this is done, most people normally support the old bill, don't bother fighting it anymore. I think they're all right, they're all wrapped up warm. My hand's getting cold though, I'm not going to lie. Most of us have come out because we've been promised a discounted kebab. Thank you. Paul, you got a point. Like, ultimately...
You taking them down?
No, God, mate, the opposite.
You alright, mate?
So one flag is the St George's Cross, which is the national flag of England, and the other flag is the Union Jack, which is the national flag of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Protest. Look, you kind of almost got a point. I don't think they really care. I think it's the establishment that just go, oh, we'll let them have this little protest. Nothing's going to really change. But I kind of think we've got the mood of the country's really, really changing now. You've got people from all political divides going, I've had enough, I can't do this anymore. So, it's a hotel. Yeah, and scientists as well, don't forget. Yes, it is, and I'm sure theirs has got an emblem in the middle of it. I think, if my memory serves me right, if you give it a Google, but we share, I'm pretty sure, I hope my history's right, but I think it's to do with St George. Although there's that all the leftists trying to say that St George now was not one of us. It's just soul destroying. But give the Georgia flag a Google, Ivan. I'm sure it's just got something in the middle of it. If you're into what's going on here, then please, if you can start sharing this out, I'll still be live for about another, I don't know, half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. MCFC, we are in Harlow in Essex, just north of London. Some people walk through and you can tell they don't approve of it. It makes me laugh. You just feel the look of hatred in their face. I think it's funny. So if we walk down, so over the last summer, we did a whole, like the outskirts of Harlow pretty much in one night. But obviously it's a bit of a learning curve because this is all brand new to us. So as you can see in the rain, obviously the flags are drooping down against the lamppost. It is what it is. But some of the cables, the top cable tends to sometimes slip down. So, and it just means they meet me in the middle and it kind of looks shit, to be honest with you. But obviously this is something that's happening up and down the country. Contrary to popular belief, we're not all united around one particular organisation. I think around the country it's just groups of people setting up on their own and cracking on. Us the motorway maintenance guys as well. And just cracking on and get it done. So it's a bit of a groundswell movement that's come up, which is actually really, really nice. So quite funnily, the lad that's going up now, when we first started doing this last summer, absolutely petrified of heights, wouldn't even dream of going up a ladder. And bless him, there he is now. As you can see, like mainly it's overwhelming support from cars driving past. Yeah. Yeah, see, the old Bill don't care anymore, I think. They used to stop us all the time at the start, but no one really cares anymore. Hello, Sankudo. Hi there, thanks for joining in. For those we expected a Sidney bulldog live, obviously this isn't that, so apologies. But hopefully this is something you might be interested in. It's a massive movement in the UK at the moment for those that aren't in the UK. People obviously terribly gutted about, not gutted, angry now. I think we're past being gutted. What's going on in the country and what's going on to the people in this country and how we're being treated. So, in a way of peacefully protesting, we are chucking these flags up.
There you go, Harlow, that's how we go. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow.
God forbid Dan drops his can.
What's that?
God forbid Dan drops his can.
Oh, cry.
So you can see this flag's dropped down a bit. I said I was going to start at 7, didn't I? So, oh, okay, cool. Just crazily talking to myself now. I'm swat. He's obviously not showed up then. Bad guys.
No.
Hi Capio, this is Harlow, so we're about 15 miles just north of London.
What's going on?
So fair play to these boys, because I would be no good at that. Diner Crush. If anyone wants to drop a like, subscribe. Like I said, normally it's a Bulldog channel. Ah, typical. Yeah, so it's a bit weird on the Essex side. They're kind of, each count's been different and it's just purely been done on political lines. But hopefully there's enough lads in each area, and lasses as well, it's not just boys, that will keep getting them put up. For us here in Harlow, we're getting quite reasonably well funded, or just pure donations. But I think around here as well, it's not necessarily... Who's that car pulled in down there? So I'm just watching this car. Yeah, luckily this isn't a very... it's just not a very lefty area. Yeah, at the beginning, like last year in the summer, they used to sort of just do a little stop, and things like if we were by the road, like, oh, make sure you're being safe, yada, yada, yada. And now, like we said, one go by on blues and twos and just completely ignored us, so they can't stop us. We do like the lefties turning up though, because that's always a bit of fun. So we got threatened tonight. There was a guy online giving it all the Johnny Big Bananas about how he's been taking them down. And I was sitting there, he was going to sell them back to us, so I was like, all right, then I'll buy them back off you. So I went to meet him at that hotel just down the road down there. Typical lefty, bottled it. That's no surprise, though. The lefties are pretty strong online, but when it comes to face, nothing. Shit, I haven't heard that one in the UK. Was it the world that what they said as a kid? We've got so much stuff going on in Epstein at the minute, but I haven't heard that come out on any news channels yet, or I've seen it on YouTube. I mean, for us in the UK, I think we're at the beginning of that journey with Epstein, especially with Andrew, formerly known as Prince, and we've got Mandelson as well, basically committing sodden treason against the country by selling secrets, or stock market secrets to Epstein, and then made a lot of money off of it. Well, I'm going to try and remember that name when I get home, mate. So the government was basically trying to shut down the releasing of the files of what went on with Keir Starmer and Epstein. And but they didn't get it through. So all these documents over the next couple of weeks are going to have to be released about the communications between Mandelson and Starmer. So, I mean, if it's an outside chance it brings his government down, then God, please, please. Right, guys, I'm going to sign off now. I really appreciate you guys joining in. I might do another live in about 20, 25 minutes or so. Cheers, guys. Bye.